Hi besties, it's me, Sanjan, the Reiki Bestie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to get into this week's tarot and astrology reading. We're going to run through the transits, how to work with the energy for this week, and then we'll do some energy clearing, and then we'll go ahead and dive into the tarot cards. So go ahead and get your coffee, get your tea, get your notes, whatever it is that you got to get in order to feel comfortable. And let's go ahead and get started. So for this week, we got a couple of transits. We have four. We got my little handy dandy notes. We have four major astrology transits happening. We have the sun squaring the sun squaring Saturn, and this is going to be happening on July 6th, which would be Monday. We have July 7th, Neptune getting ready to go retrograde. We have July 9th, where Venus is going to be entering Virgo, and then July 12th, we have a Sun and Mercury conjunction. So at the beginning of the week, it might feel a little gloomy. It may feel a little restrictive. Kind of having that tension with you, your ego, you and people in authority. This is the type of energy that kind of like wants you to like slowly just kind of keep to yourself. Like you're just like, I don't know. This is good, really good type of energy to be able to work with slowing down, like remembering to be patient, like trusting the process. Yes, the challenges right now may feel hard, but it is helping you build a stronger foundation. So you're gonna be okay, baby. Just slow it down, just keep pushing forward, and maybe you might need to take a rest too. And then July 7th, we got Mercury getting ready to go retrograde. So like Neptune getting ready to go retrograde. So remembering that Neptune is the fogginess. It's kind of like when you wear like rose-colored glasses, this fantasy illusion life that you may have, that you may want to create, right? So after July 7th, you're going to slowly notice that you're getting a little bit more clarity. Things look different. It's really calling you to move forward with paying attention to your truth, your intuition. Clarity slowly becomes easier, and you're able to recognize what is an illusion, or like what is a deception and what is reality. On July 9th, we will be having Venus, the planet of love, finances, beauty, getting ready to go into the sign, well, actually entering the sign of Virgo. So I do like this. I feel like Venus being in Virgo really pays attention to the small details. It wants you to also move practical in a way where it's going to support you. It's going to nurture you, your emotions, like how you kind of balance the scales with yourself, right? So again, it may feel a little bit of a time where we're able to like get into paying attention to the small details, creating time for care, as far as like your body, what are you digesting, what needs to be a healthier alternative or healthier routine for yourself, getting organized again in the space, in places where you feel really comfortable, and even possibly paying attention to your finances. But so far, I would definitely recommend to pay attention to your gut. You know, like what are you feeding? What are you feeding yourself? ¿Qué más? And then July 11th is my birthday. Hey! Okay, and then July 12th, we have a Sun conjunct Mercury. So this is a beautiful transit. It goes both ways, right? Where you're able to be a little bit more comfortable. Things may flow easier if you guys are both kind of like in the same headspace. Conversations flow easier, your thoughts, your journal, you know, you kind of want to have those meaningful conversations, but paying attention to the insights that you're getting. This is probably a good time to work with your hands, and really probably doing like some family healing or like being around family, maybe your siblings as well. Because remember, Mercury is in Cancer, Sun is in Cancer, so kind of like the home life. But you also want to take in mind that yes, it's a beautiful time, but also Mercury is retrograde, and normally whenever a sun is next to a planet, especially the personal planet, it kind of like burns off, like where it just maybe the ego might be taking over. Maybe like certain people want to contradict your beliefs, or like kind of really emphasize on things that are not so I guess like kind of don't go hand in hand. So these conversations may feel easier to have, but may kind of rub off the wrong way, or it may come out in the way where you're like, oh no, like I didn't mean it like that, kind of like in the wrong way. But it is a beautiful time. Overall this week, we are kind of coming back into the self, right? Like trusting you, kind of allowing yourself to get that clarity on like, okay, what's our next move? What's our next step? So, also, I would say just kind of paying attention to like what's coming up, what is going on this week, where are we kind of like in a standoff with ourselves? Like, what are our thoughts? You know, what is coming up for us? And as we move on to next week, we'll have that new moon in Cancer. So really allowing us to plant seeds around us, what nurtures us, what fills our cup, paying attention to our intuition. But that will be a video for another time. But again, take that last sip of your little cafecito, your little tea, lo que ocupes. We're gonna dive into a quick energy clearing, and then we will start our tarot reading. So take a deep breath and get comfortable. If you need to, again, maybe stand up, move a little bit, put your blanket on, placing your hands on your chest, on your belly, and deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's just do it one last time. Inhale deeply. Exhale, really softening up the eyebrows, eyelids, your cheeks, jaw, shoulders, and your chest. Maybe lengthening the spine, moving your shoulders back a little bit. Inhaling deeply. And exhale. Really allowing yourself to fully sink back into the body. Relaxing the hips, your thighs, all the way down to your feet. And just kind of really feel yourself getting grounded, becoming very present, noticing the breath, keeping the eyes closed. Just one more deep breath here. And exhale. Slowly opening the eyes. Welcome back, Bestie. ¿Cómo te sientes? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I am going to, I don't know, I like doing it in between the sessions, as like the astrology and the tarot. I'm like, I think I might do it at the beginning, middle, and end. I don't know. Let me know. But let's go ahead and dive into this week's tarot reading. What do we need to know? What's blocking us? What we need to pay attention to? Like, what is the advice? What is the overall energy? And then we'll also be doing some self-care cards. So get comfortable. Like, I started getting a little allergic. Okay, whatever. All right, so this week we are going to see what we got in stores. Feels like some of us may be having these internal battles, or where it feels like that there's like a battle going on within us. We might be comparing ourselves to other people, kind of recognizing that some things are no longer needing to move forward with us. I really do feel called to kind of like point what was going on around that full moon in Capricorn. What were you feeling? What was illuminated? And of course, like I said at the beginning of the week, we're gonna kind of have that Sun and Saturn square, where it's a very depressive blue kind of energy, but it's really like, it's that type of energy that's like, you want to pay attention to like what's holding you back. What are you holding on to? Kind of comparing yourself. You may feel like low confidence. Those like insecurities may start rising up, whether it's like literally how you look, what you have, what you wish you could have, the comparison. So make sure that you guys are paying attention to those. Remember that you can always shift your reality by just sitting there and accepting, like, okay, like, I understand where I'm at. Now it's time to change my perspective. Now it's time to change my mindset. I want a different outcome for this. I want a different life. Okay, let's make a plan and like, let's step out of this funk, if that makes sense. I know that sometimes it's easier said than done, but it's that continuing to be consistent with it and revising and reflecting and redirecting the energy whenever we feel stuck. So for this week, beginning of the week, like I said, that's the type of energy that we're picking up. We have the Devil in the reverse, and then we also have the 10 of Wands, really reminding us, that we're tired. Sometimes what we're so como se dice, kind of like addicted to, or like kind of these things that we do over and over, these repetitive patterns, mindsets, people, addictions, whatever that looks like. Sometimes it comes to a point where you're just like, I can't keep living like this. I can't keep doing this. Like, I need to make a change. And I feel like that's what is kind of our main focus for the week. It's like, what type of clarity are you seeking? What makes you feel so burnt out, and try to narrow it down. Again, taking your time, really sitting there with spirit, with you, your body. Listen to your body, because your body will always know before anything else, right? We also have a man holding a heart as well as a door to spirit. So some of us may be having these conversations or these epiphany moments, maybe either regarding a male or dealing with the masculine energy in your life, as far as, again, the problems that may make you feel a little bit overwhelmed, if that makes sense. For what's blocking us, we have the Page of Pentacles as well as the Page of Cups. And then you have the 4th chakra with Archangel Raphael, and then the all tied up card. The way I am feeling this, it's like the needs and your wants, they're kind of like in this, like, I want to have this. And sometimes it's like, do you need to have it right now, right? So kind of coming back and being like, okay, let's check again our foundation, our sense of security. What do we feel comfortable and stable in this time? Like, what is a luxury? What is a need? What is a want? And really kind of tying up like any loose endings of like, you know what? Like, I don't even watch, say for example, like Netflix anymore. Like, okay, like let me get on that and make sure that I cancel it. And this goes as far as even like with your energy leaking. You know, where are you providing for in other people? Like, where you give and you give and you give, but like, what are you pouring back into yourself? I also feel like sometimes we may feel that as it's a sense of obligation. Like, this is, again, we're giving, but you cannot give from an empty cup. With the tied up card here as well, I feel like this may be kind of like a challenge for us to being like, okay, I want to draw a boundary because this person, this thing is just leaking my energy. And I'm like, no, like I'm ready to call it all back in. Okay. And then the advice for the week, we have the Tower card. And then we also do have the Four of Swords. So conversations, things maybe feeling like it's the end of the world, but sometimes we have to walk away from things. We have to allow things to end in order for things to rise. And this may be, again, coming back to the sense of our stability as a whole, our stability to this job, the stability financially, you know, whatever aspect this may lie on. For some of us, it is coming back to the heart. For some of us, it is coming back to self. And I think that this is a really good week to really get into that emotional heart healing type of energy, especially if you may be kind of being called to pay attention to balancing out both the masculine and the feminine energy within yourself or within your family. Like, say for example, there's a constant theme that goes on. You have that generational like curse or theme that kind of like repeats itself, cycle. It just keeps repeating, and then it gets to you, and you get to decide if you're going to continue to be in that loophole or if you're ready to move forward. With the woman holding a heart and walking away, it's again, some of us may be walking away from things that are not really validating us, you. You're kind of moving out of spaces where you don't feel judged, where you don't feel kind of like put in a container, if that makes sense. So I'm really glad that some of us may be working through things like that, and it's hard. I'm really glad that, you know, it's able to come up. I don't know. Wow. I don't know if that was like a message or what, but that was crazy. Okay, like now my candle's going crazy. Okay, so some of us may feel glad that we're walking away from certain situations and really breaking free. One of the things too that I want to point out is that we have fives coming up. So again, this may feel like a challenging week for some of us. And overall, I feel like with how these two both came up, the man holding a heart and then the woman holding a heart, I really think that this week is also bringing in that clarity when it comes to both your masculine and your feminine energy, dealing with masculine energy and feminine energy, and how we can work with both of them. Because again, we live in a duality planet. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands, and then we also have the World card. So again, some of us feel like we're fighting to survive, but right now I think our best thing is to just take a deep breath, reflect, and see what and who and what is not coming with us on this next chapter. Really kind of coming back to, okay, let's balance both the way that we give, the way that we're showing up for people, and then also how we're allowing other people to show up for us, how we give and take. All right, what can we do for self-care this week? Well, some of us are being called to be in the garden. I know that it's really hot and we're kind of going through a heat wave, especially here in Arizona, but we have looked for fairies. So if you guys work with fairies, but I also feel like it's like get whimsical, right? Like do something fun, like create things, or get in that garden. Maybe this is like cleaning up your yard, cleaning up, those plants that you've been kind of neglecting. We also have clear your energy at the bottom of the deck as well. So paying attention to who and what is coming around you. I also feel like, again, coming home or even after those like days where you just feel so like, ugh, like I've been around people or I've been feeling this way, clear your energy, take a bath. And as you're taking a bath or a shower, really visualizing the water clearing out your aura. Maybe if you're a practitioner, getting in touch with that energy, clearing your cleanses, your limpia, your baños. We also do have create art, again, looking for fairies, and then dance. So one of the best things that you can do after you have, or when you're kind of going through those like depressive episodes or just kind of like you feel stuck, you feel icky, it's just really moving. So like dancing, going for a walk if it's not available to you and you're just like, you know what, I just have to stay home, I want to stay home, but just move the body. Maybe put some cumbias on while you're cleaning up, estás trapeando, just move the energy. Like really allow yourself to just feel every cell, every muscle, every nerve, all of the above. And then we have creating art. So maybe kind of sitting down, painting something. Like I said, get whimsical. That's what I'm feeling this week, is like the whimsy vibes. Get creative, build something out of nothing. But yeah. Okay, so coming back to the numbers. 5, we have 8 as well, and yeah, 5, 8, and 9. So 5, 8, 9. So we're kind of again really facing those cycles. They're presenting themselves to us so that we're able to kind of gain some sort of clarity, some sort of insight to see again, like, are you ready to keep repeating the same pattern? Are you ready to keep repeating the same cycle? Or are you ready for a change? Are you ready to and create something new? Remember, creating something out of nothing, even if it feels like it's the end of the world, baby, I promise you it's not. It's not. You're gonna get through this. But yeah, let me just go ahead and close off. So go ahead, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and just kind of repeat after me. Inhaling deeply. I am safe. I am loved. I am grounded in my true soul's essence. And I am protected in all forms. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Thank you for being here with us. And with that, I hope you all have a beautiful week. I will see you here again. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things. Share this with the bestie that is going through it. Remember, baby, you're going to survive. You're going to get through this. You got this.